Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us we have the Sangean MMR-99. This is an AM/FM stereo NOAA weather alert emergency radio with Bluetooth and auxiliary in. Right now the average price is around $100. It retailed around $149 when it first came out, and I've seen the price as low as $89. What it will be when this video airs, I am not sure, but I'll links below for you guys if you want to check this out. It's a very interesting radio indeed. So let's look at the box. MMR-99, pretty basic. They went with a inexpensive brown box. IP55, dustproof, water resistant, not waterproof. You can't dunk this, but it can handle some rain, which is nice. On the back of the box gives some bullet points. Of course, we'll cover most everything there. Pretty basic. Okay, that's the box. Took everything out of here, and I'll show you what came in there. So, star of the show, the MMR-99. Now, it's not a little radio. It's a big radio. Yeah, this weighs 2 pounds. It's a beast. The green beast. Gotta love it. You get a carry handle for it, which is fantastic. I left it off because it makes it easier to handle on the desk, but it clips those top 2 lugs right there. And you got yourself a nice carry handle for this 2-pounder. Great. Put that aside. Get some ideas. Get a charging cable. USB to Type-C. Nice. Everybody likes Type-C now. I like it. Nice long cable. And then we get a limited warranty. Boom. I think it's also 1 year. Nice. Okay, cool. Some of the radios are 90 days. This is 1 year. And then we get the manual. Now, I always like to do this on camera. Now, you can download the manual from their website and do a PDF form. But if not, if you're just lazy and want to look at my video, here we are for posterity's sake. I will just run this across the screen. You just can freeze frame what you need. So here it is. It's kind of like a big brochure style. Hopefully this shows up well on the screen there. Just going to bring it right here. Stop. There's page 2. The whole page on there. You get the idea. It's a fairly simple radio to use. The one thing I don't like about it is the menu diving. It's got this really cool options, but they're buried under menu settings, which can be annoying. Okay, I'm going to flip this over. Again, just going page by page here, and hopefully it's staying clear enough you can freeze and read it if you need to. Okay, there is page 6. It's got soft muting, which you can disable. That's a good thing, right? Yeah. And we'll go through the menu options as well. Okay, cool. There's page 8. We're almost through here. And then we got some specifications to look at. There's page 9 where the specs start. Can bring it up close now. As you can see, yeah, it's got a 2600 milliamp hour rechargeable built-in lithium battery. That's another big thing I'm kind of bummed out about with this radio, and which makes the C.Crane's CC Radio Solar so much better, and we'll get to that as well. Does it Bluetooth 5.0 though? People like their Bluetooth, so it has it. Receive only. You know, I really wish they would figure out a way to send without any RFI would be good. There's some more stats and how to read the date code. There you go. Okay, we're done with that. Sweet, let's get to the radio. Setting this stuff aside here. Okay, so here it is, the MMR-99. Let's give you dimensions real quick. 8 inches in length, so pretty long. We're 4.5 inches high. That's with the lugs, not with the carrying strap. Give you an idea. Bottom to top. Just a really strongly built device. And then we have a depth of 3 3/4 inches from front to back. There's some information on the bottom if you want to freeze frame there. Frequency information. Input of charge rate. Your battery. There you go. IP55 water resistant, which is nice. I mean, IP55 is dustproof and water resistant. I'd like to heavy rainfall. Super strong jets of water might be a problem. I would just limit it to like light to medium rain. If it's going to rain real hard, put it in a tent. Take it out of that situation. So there's dimensions. Let's do size comparison. Now, I brought out its competitor, the CC Radio Solar, to give you an idea for size. As you can see, this CC Radio Solar is much smaller. And I'll be honest with you, speaker-wise, this thing jams. This does not jam. In an emergency, you're not looking to jam typically. You're looking for information, and the CC Radio Solar does it very well. And so does this Sangean, but there's a few caveats, of course, with owning this one. This is like your party beast, and this is your information beast. So look at it that way. But there's your size, give you an idea. Bring these up here. Of course, the solar panel is bigger on the CC Radio Solar, but just a bit smaller of a radio. There you go. Hopefully that gives you a general idea. It's hard to show these two beasts on camera, but you get the idea. All right, cool. So we'll come back to the CC Radio Solar. Awesome radio. If you haven't seen the review, I'll have it up in the iCard section. This is one to consider, and yeah, definitely a winner in my book. This one runs around $100. This is the best premium one you can get at the moment. The MMR-99 is probably your second, maybe third, because of its non-replaceable battery. That's its big kick. If it had a replaceable battery, user replaceable, or a dry battery bay, it'd get a bigger vote. But, you know, I'm going on. So let's talk about features. You're probably more concerned with that, so let's lower this down a little bit. Awesome. Okay, let's look at features of the Sangean. Oh, you know what? I didn't go over more. I should show you. CC Pocket. Just how big this sucker is. Yeah, you get the idea, right? We can't overlook a deck of cards here. Iron Man, he's the man with the master plan. He loves the Sangean MMR-99 in each hand. He's Iron Man. He's got the party jamming, man. It's cool. Yeah, rock out. Okay, he's out of the way now. Alrighty, I just gotta do that. It's my thing. You guys have been upset if I didn't do that. So the radio itself, really cool. If you look at it, it's built rugged style. I mean, this thing is like got protective ends on it. It's like got a really hard plastic enclosure. Yeah, this thing is a tank. I mean, there's no doubt about it. There's no weakness at all. If this dropped a little bit, I wouldn't be too scared. I would be a little upset. But if I dropped my solar here, I'd probably damage something for sure. It's just got this little thin rubber bumper on it. It does not have that thick rubber edge guards. So this stays at home. This goes to the campsite. Here, to give you an idea. Now you could take to this campsite, but you'd have to protect it very well. So a case for it, waterproof if you could. So something to think about. So yeah, I just like how it's built. Very rugged. Let's go to the left-hand side. We have 3 LEDs. We have a red, a main beam, and a low beam. Kind of cool there. It's got a reflective surface. And there's buttons on top that turn them on. So this right button here, of course, turns on the lights. It always starts at the bottom light. We got the low beam, middle beam, and the top red light. Red light's nice. And you can control the brightness. So it's high. You can go to low, SOS mode, and you have a flasher beacon here. Now, of course, that works on the other light modes as well. So here's our low flashing. Change the mode there, as you can see, and the same with the middle light. You can change the modes. So, and it goes and stops at red and cycles out. So that's how those 2 buttons work. So change the LEDs and mode select. Down here we have an SOS and weather alert function. So if you just tap it once and let go, we got some flashing lights and a audible that gets louder and louder. I'm going to turn it off here as soon as it gets loud enough. You get the idea, right? Okay. If you press and hold it, now if you look at the screen here, showing our clock, 11:56 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois for any band scans. We'll press and hold this, and weather alert comes up on the screen. Now, when weather alerts engage, you cannot turn the radio on. If the radio is on and you engage weather alert mode, it will turn the radio off. So right now it's scanning the bands and it's looking for a weather alert to come through. If one does, the lights will start flashing, a siren will go off, and then it'll go to the NOAA channel it received the alert on, and it'll play for 15 minutes. There's a little LED behind this little side window here. There's 3 of them. There's a little red one here, I think in the middle, that will be flashing as well to indicate an alert has come through. But it's one bummer because the CC Radio Solar can run on the radio while alert's active. That's pretty nice, especially when it's plugged in. Okay, you can do that with that radio. You cannot do it with this radio. Just something to think about. But it doesn't mean it's a bad radio. It just doesn't do it. So press and hold, turn it off. All right, great. So the front here, we have a 2¼ inch speaker that really hammers out the bass tone. Loving it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention solar panel, Pretty simple, just to keep the battery topped off. And of course the mounting lugs for that carry strap that you saw there. These are really nice. They feel really well made. Yeah, so this is the base monster. This thing sounds fantastic. Here's our LCD. Shows quite a bit. It's RDS radio, so on FM you'll get your RDS information. You can change it with the info button here on this middle area. Of course, we got icons up on top. You'll see when we turn the radio on. It'll have frequency information, the clock. It'll have the signal strength indicator, battery life, and what modes, if you have the alarm active and whatnot. Buttons, we have tuning up and down. You can press and hold, and it'll seek through instead of stopping, which is fantastic. Thank you for having that. And it's a real nice feature. Over here, we have the 3 LEDs. We turn on, let's go to Bluetooth. It'll flash blue when it's trying to negotiate for Bluetooth. It's green when it's charging, okay? And I believe the middle one will be red with when we get a weather alert comes through. So right now it's trying to negotiate that, so let's turn that off real quick. The power button is also your sleep function, which I believe is 120 minutes and all the way down to 15 minutes. Now you can press and hold, and once you let go, say at 120, it's really cool. You can hit info to see how much time is left on the sleep timer, which is fantastic. Band button, pretty self-explanatory with a lock feature. Info button, again, just RDS info, or it defaults to clock all the time. So if you want to see what frequency you're on, you can just tap that to see what frequency you're on. We have an alarm function to turn the alarm on, to turn it on, and also a page feature to access 4 pages of 5 presets each. So you get 20 presets on the AM band and 20 presets on the FM band. Awesome, right? Seek is the same as doing here. You can seek tune up and down. You can also seek by hitting that, and it's also your enter confirmation when you're doing menu diving. And we'll get to the menu button. Volume up, down. So your presets 1 through 5. You got Bluetooth synchronization right there on number 1. Backtrack, pause play, and fast forward, or track forward. Great. Right inside the radio, we have the Type-C input, 2.4 amps, 5 volts. Nice. Over here we have a power bank feature, 5 volts, 1 amp out. No problem there. Don't recommend using it too much because the battery isn't very large. It's only at 2600 milliamp hour, which I'm surprised. With a radio this size, they could at least put a 3500 in it. The CC Radio Solar ships with a 3400 milliamp hour battery. So here's your Aux-In stereo, and then you have an FM stereo headphone socket. Now FM sounded fantastic on here. Let's talk about the headphone experience real quick. I know this is a pretty detailed review, so just expect a lot of information. So FM, expect heavy lows with loudness on. It says loudness, yep. Light lows without the loudness engaged. Moderate mids, regardless, and bright highs. And excellent stereo audio when you're using headphones. Just love it. Fantastic. AM, it's got a nice low neutral tone. And if you engage loudness, it gets even muddier. So just keep it without the loudness is key when using headphones. So there you go. And yeah, we got through that. The bottom, you saw that information. On the back here, we have our whip antenna, which is nicely recessed, which is great to protect it. And that comes out to 25 inches. Fantastic. Here's like a bass reflex system. That's where we get a lot of audio. And our dynamo crank here. This opens up nicely and it spins very freely. There doesn't feel like a lot of resistance there. They say if you spin this at 100 RPM for a minute, you'll get 10 minutes of radio time. Not bad at all. Also, with a fully charged battery, you get 24 hours of radio runtime. So we're almost ready to turn the radio on, do some scanning. Just trying to cover everything. So let's quickly go through the info button. So actually, yeah, we should turn it on. Why not? So right now we'll go Bluetooth mode and we'll hit the band button. And we'll just go to, say,
Texan border town of El Paso.
Just turn it down. We'll have a radio station here, FM. Now if it had RDS, which I might be able to show you with, I'll extend the antenna here to show you RDS information. To go to the menu, just press and hold this. Now I have the backlight turned off. There is a white backlight, which I'll show you. Press and hold menu. And you get loudness. You can turn it on and off, which I have off. Radio has a few options underneath it. So you can turn FM auto. And you can change that by mono or stereo. We'll leave it on stereo. Light, you can turn the light back on. So I have it off. Backlight can be set for, you hit the enter button first. It can be set for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, or 30 seconds. So we'll turn it on for 10 seconds to get an idea, but I'll probably end up turning it back off. And then let's go ahead and hit the tuning up and down. There we go. Now light came on to give you an idea. Now it kind of washes out. That's why I have it turned off. Factory mode. Hit enter here. You can change the band plan. 87108 on FM, 76 to 90, 76 to 108, and 64 to 108. So I want to leave on 87 to 108. I believe there's more here. Hang on one second. Version, I'm a 061. Okay. Reset the radio. 9K, 10K stepping for AM band. And FM, you can go 100 kilohertz or 50 kilohertz. That's actually kind of nice. You can change it here. 50 to 100. Great. So we'll leave it there, and then let's keep going. I got time set, manual or RDS time set. I just do manual. Clock 24-hour or 12-hour. Turn the alarm on. Okay, I think I went through everything there. On here, radio. Okay. You have soft mute, which I turned off. Auto tuning system. You can play with it if you want, but with 20 presets, why bother? So I don't bother with it. FM bandwidth. You have FM bandwidth, normal, narrow. I believe that's all you got. Yeah. We'll leave it there. And I believe that's the only thing on FM they give you. Yeah. AM, it's a little different. And we'll menu dive there when I get to AM. So let's go ahead and we'll exit this. All right, great. And oh, you know what? I want to turn that light back off if you guys don't mind. So press menu again. Turn that light off. So go through the menu, enter this now. Now there's that emergency lighting, EL. That's what that means, emergency lighting. And that's if the alert comes through, the light will turn on automatically. There we go. That was that EL on, emergency lighting on. It's that little flashlight icon that says auto. All right, cool. So we're going to exit this. Info. Okay, there's a lot going on here with this radio, of course. But there's your band you're on, frequency, your signal strength indicator, your battery life, what page you're on, and what preset you're on. So, and if that goes away, which is annoyance, shows your clock, just hit info, and that brings it back for a little bit, and it disappears again in 10 seconds. So FM reception report, let's talk about that real quick, then we'll start cruising the bands. I'll have some dedicated band scans with this radio, of course, and of course I'm going to give you my opinion at the end of the video on this radio. So, FM reception report, let's turn it off. This thing is amazing. FM is fantastic. Yeah, RDS is really quickly negotiated when you get an RDS station. Just fantastic there. So when I did the FM reception, I sit upstairs around the same time when I test all my radios and make sure there's no tropospheric ducting or any kind of E-skipping going on that would skew the results. This radio scored 90 stations found, which is super high, which is I score fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This scores a 5-star rating at excellent. So if you want a FM receiver in excellent category, this is it. Just pick this up. It's absolutely fantastic. I found so many stations. I was very impressed. And selectivity, of course, goes along with that. I gave it a very good to excellent. Only reason why I didn't get a pure score of excellent is because I have a strong station and it couldn't negotiate in between. So it's only one station that causes that little nudge to keep it down below excellent. But no big deal. It's just one station. But overall, call it pretty much a 5-star rating on FM. Awesome. So yeah, let's turn it on. Oh yeah, and weather reception was amazing too. So let's go to weather band. Show you how that works. And I think I might have changed my AM setting. So, yeah, I did 9K. Man, turn this up. Extend the antenna just a little bit. I'm picking up channel 2 with that much antenna. Upstairs, I picked up 6 stations, which is an excellent as well.
Thursday night, east wind 5 to 10 knots, becoming southeast overnight. Slight chance of showers in the east. 48. Michigan City. In 57. In Chicago, it was partly cloudy. In 60. In 73. In Des Moines, it was mostly cloudy. Lows around 60. Here is the nearshore marine forecast for waters within 5 nautical miles.
So pretty cool. If you hit weather alert, you can see it'll just turn off. So it turns the radio off, and there's no way to turn it back on, like I mentioned. So that's unfortunate. So we'll turn it back on. Let's do an audio demo real quick, and then we'll cruise the bands a little, and then we'll do final thoughts. So Yeah, I have a little demo setup I usually use. I could use Bluetooth, but I'm going to use just an FM transmitter. I got a C.Crane FM transmitter, transmitting 97.7. So we'll go ahead and tune to that. I got an MP3 player hooked up. Guess I could bring that into frame, show you guys what's playing. Bring this over here, you can jam out. All right, play. All right, cool. So we'll turn this radio back on.
Friday.
Go to FM.
Right, he never, you know, he's always on the.
There we go. Okay, so when you look here, it shows you're in stereo. It's nice. We're on preset 2, page 1. Signal strength full. 5 bars. There we go. Alright, let's jam it.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
There you go. Got a little demo for that. Let's go ahead and demo the FM. So the thing is, you can just press and hold this and go right to the bottom of the band. That's a fantastic thing. Dun, 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 dun. I probably could have preset too. We'll have on 1. There we go. So yeah, get to the bottom of the band here. I'm gonna hook up a little wire and we'll do an FM band scan real quick and maybe just a touch of AM, and then I'll give you final thoughts. Like I said, we'll do some full scans with this. I'm just hooking up a 12-foot wire, which goes to my window blinds. I'm in a subfloor basement. Help us give us some reception. So we'll just do seek tuning. Hit the seek button.
But I said, okay, fine. It just extended my normal, the normal RCIA class an added year for me. And so I finally get into RCIA. Did I mention that I fell in love with my Catholic faith so much I married that DRE?
Into the night.
Of the electorate. Sangean reports from Istanbul.
Just a few days before one of the most crucial elections in Turkish history, presidential candidates are holding their...
That's just not... God's a God of love. Why would God make a place like hell for people? He's a God of love.
President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. One first-time voter had this to say.
Recep Tayyip Erdogan always stood by his promises. He held his head high against foreign powers.
Quake 96.1.
Run. This community reminder brought to you by 97.1 FM The Drive, making a difference in Chicago.
Oh, look at this. I got a special.
And you hold me like that, I just have to admit, love who you love ain't nothing you should ever be ashamed of. Supposed to feel like this. Eyes of a fallen angel. My bones. I tried to live, but I can't. Tried to clean it.
Black community.
Come on, no justice! No peace! Living in my agony. So here it is, all of I'm gonna, you make me.
.com. And coming up, why are so many of us feeling judged and even shamed?
Ask me, I just don't like it.
Don't be silly, Pat. I got a hunch this is where our luck starts to change.
On a $40 case?
Guys have made fortunes in this racket, starting with less.
Old time radio, 105.9, the same as WBBM 780, Chicago. Awesome. Okay, we'll stop it there on the FM scan. Let's just go to AM real quick. That back down. AM doesn't need that antenna. Gosh, that is amazing sounding, isn't it? And that's with the loudness off, by the way. All right, let's go to AM band. I think I got to change it. So AM band has 3 bandwidths. So press and hold here. And we'll go through, get the radio. Yeah, this is the fun part. Enter. I can't remember what I think it's under factory. I messed up that. So bandwidth control, you have, let me show you here. You have normal, and you have to do it from here. Okay, enter. You have narrow, and then you have wide. So normal is the best setting. Just keep it on normal. You'll be happy. You can go to narrow if you're trying to DX, but just keep it on normal. I do have to go to the factory and enter there and change my stepping back. Somehow I changed it. You lose your presets, which is a bummer because I had some presets on here. That's okay though, you can fast track. So let's go ahead and we'll just go to some stations I know. There we are. Turn up the volume. I think we're at the bottom of the band. Yep. So let's just go up to 650, see if we can pick up Nashville. There we go, Nashville, Tennessee. WSM. I think that's like 450 miles away. Nice. What's local?
Yeah, it's definitely something to clarify there. It's a really good cause. You know, just
670 The Score, Chicago.
To save some of these animals.
Let's go see if we can get Zoomer Radio. So CFZM Zoomer Radio out of Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles to the northeast.
There's a good word. A happy.
Let's see if we can't pick up some distant stations. We'll go, we're skipping quite a bit. Here's 850.
I remember that LeBron basically came up to him and said, "You better make these."
KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles to the west.
Similar to miss both, or you just missed one.
Sa génération commence par on va aller. Ma grand-mère veut aller à une résidence de personnes âgées, visiter ses amis, toutes celles qui ne sont pas encore mortes.
Here to help. Our online application
New Orleans,
process
Louisiana,
allows you to apply on
WWL,
your schedule. It's quick, easy, and
870
convenient.
miles
Visit us
south.
online at Shepherd.
New York City, WCBS. So you get the idea. I just want to quickly show you that. And of course, yeah, you can change the bandwidth, but you have to menu dive, which is a bummer. So, okay. That's pretty much a quick presentation of this radio, even though it took 30 minutes to do all that, because there's a lot to this radio. It's pretty cool. So caveats, pros, excellent audio, excellent reception, excellent radio as far as the radio portion goes. Just absolutely fantastic. As far as the emergency aspect of it, not so great with the internal battery. Now, if you search, you'll see a video where it's really pain to take this all apart to get to that pigtail lead 18650 that's sandwiched in there, to remove that and to replace it. Now, I don't know where to buy those type of batteries. If you find a link, let me know. But yeah, it's one caveat, because with the CC Radio Solar, you can just go to the back here. You just pop open the back, and it lets you change the 18650 right out by yourself. Done. It even has directions. I forgot to mention the CC Radio Solar also has bandwidth control, automatic right from the front buttons, and it has stepping 1 kilohertz or 10 kilohertz on the AM band, which this does not have 1 kilohertz stepping, which bugs me. And this one comes with a 3400 18650 that you can replace, and it runs on 3 AA batteries if your lithium battery dies. So that is the best part of the CC Radio Solar that makes this the better emergency radio. So if you're looking for emergency use only, this is the one to get. Okay, I mean, you can use it as a normal radio as well. It just doesn't sound as good as this does. There's a difference. But if you're at the campsite and you want to party and you want to rock out and you're not worried about emergency as far as, relying on this thing for your life, then go with this one for sure. This is fantastic, water resistant, rugged as heck. I mean, it is a beast. If you don't mind carrying 2 pounds with you, again, campsite's perfect. Hiking, you probably want something smaller, like a CC Pocket or something. Otherwise, grab this sucker. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give me a like if you did. 2 if you like Sangean radios. You want to see more, hear more, hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future band scans with this radio, which I do have 2 dedicated medium wave band scans planned. Maybe another FM one, maybe another weather one. You guys love the weather. And 3, comment below what you think about the MMR-99. Is it in the ballpark for you? At $90, I think it is decent, because this is around $100. So save $10. You are getting an amazing radio. This does trump this radio as far as FM. When it comes to AM band, I would say the CC Radio Solar trumps the Sangean. This has excellent long range, daytime and evening. So there you go. Hopefully that helps. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in my next video.